This fantastic game, Space Invaders Infinity Gene, is no longer available to buy on the iPad. All the more reason then for us to play it, archive it and get obsessed with it. Hello Angel Face, I'm Jason Arnott, the author of books including Auto Rewind, a disturbing thriller that involves retro video games, so you might want to check out the details in the description down there once you've finished watching this nonsense. A couple of years back, when Apple released iOS 11, a whole load of games effectively got wiped out of the App Store, or at least they needed to be updated in order to comply. Fine, obviously, if you wanted to keep playing your old games on your old devices, but eventually you'll run into difficulties. You try and play Space Invaders Infinity Gene, for instance, on your new iPad, and this happens. And in fact, Space Invaders Infinity Gene is no longer available for iPad in the App Store at all. So let's revisit this marvellous update of Taito's classic arcade game. This is a fantastic opening scene. Such a wonderful transition from the classic game to what this is going to be. With a quote from Charles Darwin, no less. Unexpected. Now, one of the great things about this game, and it does something that I prefer in all app-based games, is you can put your finger anywhere on the screen to move the ship. So there's no kind of control that you have to worry about hitting or customize by putting it in the exact part of the screen you want. You can put your finger anywhere, move the ship about, and you're auto firing, so it's just simplicity itself. And as you can tell, it's pretty action-packed from the very beginning. So what do I love about this game? Apart from the controls, the simplicity of the controls. I love the fact that this is a Taito game, this is official, and so we get the actual Space Invaders. You can have those iconic designs, none of that having to change one or two or three details of the invaders so as to avoid a copyright claim. This game is pretty damn fast. As much as I absolutely adore and always will adore the classic Space Invaders game, you have to admit it's quite a slow and steady beast. Apart from at the end, obviously, when you've got one or two invaders who are zooming along the screen in their attempt to land and take control of Earth. But yeah, this has got speed on its side. This is really next generation, and I love it for that. It was a really good move to take an established property like Space Invaders and just give it a really contemporary makeover like this. Of course, there's always going to be people who say it was just like a cynical cash grab and whatever, but you know, that's business really, isn't it? And all that matters is whether people like it or not. No one's forced to buy this. And in fact, they can't buy this particular version of the game at all. So it's nice to have this on the iPad now. Right. Now, I've never played the Xbox or PS3 versions. I'd like to though. I think I actually have it on my PS3. I should really give it a go. Oh god, dead. That's pretty brutal, that. Look at that. The music's brilliant as well. It really, really helps sell the action. What was I trying to say there? Yeah, I've never tried the console versions of this, so I don't know how it compares. Let me know in comments how this compares to the PS3 and Xbox versions. Oh, eliminate the unexpected enemy. Now this beam, I like that it seems to be random, but it does actually at least give you warning as to the fact that it's coming. There's a really narrow beam, like about 1 pixel wide, that comes down that can't hurt you before the actual beam happens. And so that's an example of great design. This game is just a real masterclass in design all round, I think. Right, I remember what I was going to say earlier. It looks like, in these first few levels, it looks like the whole thing's going to be just an endless shoot 'em up. But if I remember rightly, and I think I do, there are later stages where you have to do things like blast your way through barriers and choose which order in which to shoot your way through those barriers so you don't crash into things. So there's lots of different elements in it, and it's very much designed to keep you interested. And I like the fact that it adds to the iconography of Space Invaders. It's not just the invaders throughout. See, look at these things. They're pretty new. Whoa. And to me, I look at the those Space Invader designs, those actual invaders, and it's like catnip to me. It's just, it makes me happy to look at them. And so this is just like a big old barrel of catnip, basically, isn't it? Now, what am I supposed to be doing there? I really don't know. Really don't know at all. It's so much fun to play, even though it's touchscreen. It's so much fun to play because it's kind of effortless. Evolution, indeed. I don't know what any of this means. Now you can set the stock number to 7 from the setting menu. What is the stock number? Does anybody know? Could you tell me in comments? I thank you if you're able to tell me. I think it's cool though. There's lots of opportunities to unlock different stages and things like that. The whole thing's just been really well thought through, and this is really good design. You have these kind of nexus points up there. You have to shoot the central spindle to destroy them. They've gone now, but see, all the different elements are really starting to mount up here. This game gets really hard. It's just been toying with me for the first few stages, but now it's about to kick me right in the eyeballs. Sorry, I'm having so much fun, I keep forgetting to speak. Hopefully it's so much fun to watch that you don't mind me not speaking. I'm sure you're pretty happy, really. You see, this is great design. Look at that. You have to shoot these nodules there to destroy the things that are blocking your path. So that's the other element that I spoke about earlier. The element of having to shoot your way through as you're forced to scroll upwards. I can't remember what I'm supposed to be doing here. Oh, this reminds me of the game Quicks. You have to shoot this thing here. Do you remember that old game, Quicks? Why does this remind me of that? I guess because of the presence of that fuse type thing. Yes. I don't know what the whole chain aspect is either, but this music is great. Okay, this stage is called Pre-Adaptation. The stages all have really cool names, a bit like thrash metal album titles, which obviously, ow, that hurt, obviously appeals to me, thrash metal album titles. God, yeah, this is getting really tricky. I don't understand the whole chain aspect. Like at the top, there's a continually changing number, like 25 chain. Does that mean the number of aliens I've killed without dying? Is that what that is? If you know, please tell me in comments below. Otherwise, I might have to do something really radical, like read the instructions or something. That'd be ridiculous, wouldn't it? Imagine that. Wow. Yeah, there's a certain kind of... It's like Space Invaders meets Xevious to a certain point, isn't it? Wow. We are nearing bullet hell levels already. I love the design of these invaders so much. Oh, there's another unexpected enemy. Oh. See, the genius of this is that it's doing something new with the established graphics. If you look at every single one of these blasts that this flying saucer puts out, it's the original Space Invaders firing bolt, isn't it? But just a massive stream of them. That's why this is so cool. It's not one of those reinventions that just you know, throws the baby out with the bathwater. It just takes the same baby and dresses it in new clothes or something like that. That baby metaphor is probably becoming overextended, I'd say. Yeah, I'm doing quite well. 2-3. Don't know what that means really, but it looks pretty cool. Arm gravity is now selectable during the game start. I don't know what that means. Homologous recombination. That's like a death metal album title. Cannibal Corpse will want to use that one at some point, I reckon, if they haven't already. I think the learning curve on this game is pretty perfect. I mean, it's not exactly easy from the start. Well, I guess it's quite easy. But then it really challenges you to work out what's going on and respond to it. The game just doesn't get boring. I mean, it's just really restless. Oh, it's another unexpected enemy. They're the worst type. I don't mind an expected enemy. At least you get a chance to plan, but an unexpected one. Jesus. Now, I'm just assuming that this is a boss that I have to just keep shooting and avoid the... Oh, wow. Wow. That's quite difficult. Will these things actually kill me if I crash into them? No, they won't. I thought that was a little bit too difficult. Right, let's destroy these massive ships. Those power-ups are really effective. They stand out really well because the rest of the game is practically monochrome. You've got the blue grid, the scrolling blue grid in the background, but the rest is very much grey and white, and yet the design is so good that it doesn't look dull. There we go, I mentioned the design again. I'm obsessed with this design, aren't I? Can't stop rabbiting on about it. Whoa, look at that. Right, what am I supposed to do with this then? No idea. What the hell? It looks completely impervious to any effort I am making to destroy it. What am I supposed to be doing? I'm supposed to be like tapping it or something. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here. That's quite mysterious. The corners? Usually with a boss there's some kind of... That was a really weird stage. All I had to do was avoid it for a while. That was a really odd boss battle. Time for a bit of evolution again. You can't stop evolution, can you? Okay, I understand what this means. Extra stage 4 is now playable. Shall I actually do that? Can I choose that now? Okay. No, it's a different stage. I find the whole structure of the stages a little bit confusing, but let's not dwell on that. I'm surprised there hasn't been a bit more fuss about this game. I haven't really seen... I don't know, to be honest, I just think this is so good that it should be a household name, or at least among retro gamers. What do you think of it? Tell me in comments. I want to know if you're into retro games, and specifically, obviously, Space Invaders. What do you make of this? Do you think this is awesome, or is this just one remake that you had no interest in, and or you think it's all right? What's your opinion? Tell me down there. Use a keyboard to compose some words for me. I think the thing is, I'm running out of things to say about this other than it's great, it's brilliantly designed, the difficulty curve is fantastic, the intensity is great, the music's great, the controls are great. Did I already say the controls? So I think I'll probably better start speaking properly, and then I'm going to tell you that I'm going to leave it here because I have nothing else to say about this other than hunt it down on whatever platforms it's still available on, which I believe is iPhone, so that at least you can still have the touchscreen experience, and Android and Xbox and PS3, hopefully PS4 as well, but I don't know. Anyway, if you don't already have this in your life and you like Space Invaders and you're open to a new version of the game, then you need this. Do it for Satan. Download it. If you've enjoyed this video, then please do like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And until the next video, embrace your obsession.